or you gotta go back to where you're from. That's right. Who here speaks Indian? Who here speaks Indian? That you're not real American. Who speaks Indian? See, we here with Raices Group is not just about music. We give you a history lesson. We give you a little spirituality mixed in. Because it's time, brothers and sisters. The spirits say it's time to talk about the truth. We've been living lies for too long because these Europeans that came here to our land 520 years ago has done nothing for this land. Europeans brought an idea of how to live, but their way is against Earth. It's all about killing Mother Earth, killing the trees. Now you know we are suffering because there's no trees. Everywhere there's floods because you killed the trees. You didn't want to listen to the natives because your ancestors thought they were more civilized than my ancestors. But you know now who was really the savage. The Europeans that came here, Christopher Columbus and the Pilgrims, they were the savages. Because they came here with destruction, not just to the people, but to the land. I'll be honest with you, natives were fighting each other, yes. Because everybody wants a piece of land, right? But no natives were killing Mother Earth. See, to the natives, the water, the rivers were sacred. You could drink the water from any river here in this continent, and it was good. The air was great. You know, let me tell you a little something. Maybe you know. But did you know that 1492 not only brought the Europeans and the Africans and the Asians to America, but they brought disease to America. Because America had no disease. You see, the Indians were so pure. Yes. When the Europeans came with their diseases, killed many of us right away. You see, Europeans came over with biological warfare. They will give the Indians blankets full of smallpox to kill the Indians. So before they go there with their army, you know, their bacteria and their biological warfare did the damage. Remember this, brothers and sisters. And I'm reminding you because you are standing on native land. You see, and it's sacred to us because our ancestors are buried underneath this earth more than your ancestors. So stop claiming America to be yours. So to all those people freaking out that America is turning brown, well, don't let me burst your bubble, but brown is the original color to America. Before Columbus, everybody in America was brown. Light brown, dark brown. Another thing, redskins. Stop using that word. It's a terrible word. It's like to African Americans, the N-word, it's even worse. Yes? Want me to tell you where it comes from? You know, and it's a shame that the Washington Redskins is a team for Washington, D.C., where the president's at, right? So you see, the president's team is called the Washington Redskins, right? And they have an Indian's face, right? And they says Redskins. But let me tell you where the word Redskin comes from. Back in the day, when the whites were killing Indians left and right, to encourage people to kill Indians, they will give you money for killing Indians. So people will kill an Indian, and instead of bringing the body, they will cut off his scalp. Because the Indians have long hair. So they can prove, right? So they will go to their city, to their mayor, and they will get $100 for a male scalp, $50 for a female scalp, and $25 for a baby scalp. Wow. That's the truth, brothers and sisters. You might not know, but now you do. And when they went there to get their money, they will say, I have 50 red skins. Can you believe that? In other words, they have 50 heads of Indians, probably little babies. You see? But you don't want to remember these things because it hits your heart very hard. Well, it should. Because you are standing in the natives' land and you don't give them respect. You don't even give the new natives respect, the Mexican natives, the Ecuadorian natives. You want to discriminate against them, keep them back in Mexico. Well, you know, let's get something straight. Mexico is in North America, right? Yes. So therefore, Mexicans are North American Indians. They shouldn't pay taxes. They should be allowed to travel back and forth. You see, because long ago, the people traveled back and forth. I tell you what, when the conquistador Hernán Cortés went to Tenochtitlan, the capital of the Aztec Empire, they were very organized with a very big, beautiful city, better than any city in Europe. Better than any city in Europe. They were so astonished at what these Indians had made that the only thing that they could make sense of it is to say that the devil made it. You see, the Europeans say, oh man, this is work of the devil. So that's why our people believe that. And some of our people are ashamed of claiming to be Indian because they remember that. They remember that our grandmothers, our grandfathers, they got punished for speaking Indian. They got punished for playing these instruments. That's why it is very good. And we know there's a change going around when we can come here and play this music for you and nobody's after us anymore. See? Now people want to listen to the natives because you know the natives were right. You got to be more native. See, everybody's going green. The green movement, organic, that's the native way. You see, but you didn't want to listen. You did not want to listen to our ancestors. But now you got to listen to us. Because if you don't listen to us, and if you don't pay attention, you're going to be left behind. Okay? Because there is a change going on. The Mayan prophecies spoke about it. Our ancestors, the Incas, spoke about it. The Hopi Indians talk about it. It's the end of a cycle. So you better be ready. And how do you get ready? Spiritually. You gotta get your spirit strong. Get into your roots. Maybe you were born here, but your roots are from somewhere else. If you don't know, find out. And if you really don't know, there is ways now. You can go get a DNA test and you will know exactly what blood you have. They will tell you how much African you are, how much white you are, how much Asian, and how much native you are. Because there's only 4 races in the world. White, black, native, and Asian. That's it. We are all mixes of all of that. We need to talk about this because our people are being discriminated in Arizona, all over the Southwest. If you look like us, they ask you for ID, right? Because we're not the right color. What is that about? But it's nothing new. We've been going through this since they came here in 1492. That's why we talk about these things. Because there's people dying crossing the border. There is people dying in the streets of New York City, in the streets of Chicago, in the streets of LA. Native people being killed. And nobody even knows. All over the news, you see it. Ecuadorian got mistaken by a Mexican, killed by a gang of youth, by a gang of white youths. Right? The same thing. African American kids killed an Ecuadorian brother of ours They were walking around drunk, holding each other, brothers. Two brothers holding each other. And they got into a fight with some guys in the car. The guys came out with a bat and killed the poor guy. And you know what the guy's name was? He had a native name. They even named the street after him. He's not a Spanish name. He's got a native name. You see, his name was Shukushunyai. Now there's a street somewhere in Brooklyn called Shukushunyai, right? And that's a Quechua name. That's an Inca name. You see, you know why he got killed? Because he was brown. Same thing in Long Island. Why did my brothers get killed? Because they mistake us for Mexicans. Why? Because we're Indian. Mexicans and us, we're the same. See my brother right here? He's Mexican. He looks like my uncle. He looks exactly like my uncle. Right? See, because they mistake us because we're the same people. We're the natives. Don't forget, especialmente a la raza. No se olviden sus raíces. No se olviden los ancestros. No se olviden de los incas, de los aztecas, de los mayas. Nuestras raíces.
Hey!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.